Mr. Speaker, I am Honorable Ben Roland Igbakpa. I represent Ethiopia West. By the special grace of God, we are from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, I come under Order 804 of our standing orders to bring you a matter of urgent public importance of the need for PTDF and other government agencies to suspend the national identity card number as a precondition for scholarship and related matters. It is quite urgent, as the PTDF is presently advertising for scholarship for our students, our young ones. We just listened to somebody spoke about human capital development, and we cannot punish our teeming youth because of the negligence of government. In line with that, Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend the relevant rules to allow me to bring it now as a matter of urgent public importance.
Thank you. Honorable Igbakpa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My ever cooperative colleagues, the House notes that the Petroleum Technology Development Fund, PTDF, has announced, as can be verified on the online portal, that applicants for 2020 scholarship for master's and PhD degree must have a national identity card number before applying for the scholarships. That applicants are also expected to verify their NIN before starting the application. Concerned that NIN precondition for the scholarship is now a major stumbling block to otherwise eligible applicants who are yet to obtain their NIN. Worried that most Nigerians are yet to obtain the NIN due to no fault of theirs, and therefore it will be unconscionable to visit the scenes of the National Identity Card Management Commission on innocent Nigerians of applicants, as this is a failure on the part of government. Cognizant that the registration process of NIN is indeed very laborious and slow nationwide due to the inadequate facilities and manpower, that the DG of the NIN, Mr. Aliyu Aziz, has recently admitted in the National Daily that they are overwhelmed with the work because, whereas they need about 4,000 centers.
Honorable Mansour, please approach the chair.
They make do with only 1,000 centers at the moment. Aware that the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM, recently suspended the use of NINs as requirement for the 2020 UTME due to technical hitches at NIN. Further worried that the same hitches that greeted JAM over the NIN are likely to compromise the PTDF scholarship program for this 2020 if nothing is urgently done to reverse the decision by the management of PTDF. Note further that while it is important to have a national data capture in lieu of NIN, especially for purpose of security, it must be done in a manner that it does not impinge on equally very important national exercise like the PTDF scholarship and JAM. Observe that whereas it doesn't take more than 2 weeks to obtain a social security number in the USA, same feat can be replicated in Nigeria with the proper amount of funding as well as the right deployment of technology. The House hereby resolves, Mr. Speaker, and direct the management of PTDF, indeed all government agencies, to suspend forthwith the requirement of NIN as a precondition to access or enjoy any government program, project, or patronage until further notice. To direct all government agencies to provide at least 1 year moratorium for Nigerians who have not obtained NIN to do so. In the interim, other forms of government identity such as international passport, voter's card, bank verification number could be used in lieu of NIN pending when the NIN is finally obtained. 3, that the federal government be urged to properly fund and equip NIN for speedy and efficient nationwide delivery. I beg to move, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, my wonderful colleagues, first I want to adopt the submission of the minority leader wholeheartedly. And on the issue of people referring to the United States of America as a model, the social security number is given to a child from birth. And here, we are talking about a national identity card that should start from 18. It shows we are not even ready in the first place. Because if you succeed in taking the 18 and above, what happened to the ones that are coming behind? How many of that person form part of the 180 million Nigerians? That is one. Then two, Mr. Speaker, it is a right. The ID card is a right. The scholarship is a privilege. But when we talk about our commonwealth, I think it's a right for every Nigerian to enjoy our commonwealth and not be different. And again, this so-called national identity card do expire, Mr. Speaker. It expires. I got my own some days ago, and it's already about 6 months to go. What is going to happen if I decide to apply tomorrow for another national requirement? Then again, Mr. Speaker, I think it is good for us to know here that I am not saying that we should suspend the issuance of the national identity card number. What we are saying, like what the minorities have said, is that the process should be ongoing, but it should not be a precondition for any Nigerian, for any of our brothers and our sisters to enjoy the commonwealth of our nation. We know that there's a letter we call that emanates from community. We have a local government identification process in Nigeria. If we are fair and we are honest, everybody is from a local government, everybody is from a community. And those communities are part of the requirement that PTDF is asking for. And that should actually help part of it. Then again, Mr. Speaker, we have various types of ID card. What happened to our voters card? Are you agreeing that it's foreigners that voted for us? What happened to our driver's license? Are you agreeing that without somebody, because for you to obtain a driver's license outside the country, in the church that they are referring to, Mr. Speaker, you must be a legal resident. You can't just come and get a driver's license. You can't do it in England, you can't do it in the US. Today we are practicing the American style of democracy. And that is what it's applicable. So if anybody is having a driver's license in Nigeria, the person is already either naturalized or is a legal resident in Nigeria. So, Mr. Speaker, I am not saying that we should suspend the issuance of the number, but that it should be suspended. It should not be used as a precondition to give services to our people, because that will not be good. It will not be good for Nigeria. We need to grow our people. We just listened to a talk just now from Marcus Marco about developing human capital development. And this is one of the issues. Our graduates want to go abroad and learn. Yesterday here, my brother from Okwe brought an amendment to the footprint law so that we can start training our people internally. These are things that we should support. I don't see anything there. Mr. Speaker, it's so easy that nobody is stopping the NIN. I'm in agreement to it. But again, let us use other form of identity that we have. Our international passport is still our great passport, proud one for that matter. We have our voters card. We have our letters from our communities. So we have so many forms of identity card. Why should it be NIN that is so difficult to get? If you want your passport today, Mr. Speaker, you can get your passport today. If you want your driver's license, that is the one that will take another forever. Only God knows when it will come. Your voters card, you can get the slip just now. So why don't we use what we have so that our people can enjoy the benefit of the government? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I think the issue is very narrow.
Mr. Speaker, I think we are mixing up the issue. Nobody is saying that we should not make national ID card compulsory. It is not in contention, and nobody is fighting it. We are saying that there is a process in place that has a time lag, and that is PTDF registering our people to have access to services that they are rendering, and it's timed. Within the time, which is 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks, where they have recommended that our people must have NIM's number, that PTDF should, as a matter of urgency, suspend that provision. Not saying that we should not have national identity card. And I'm talking to you from my own experience. Even here, where we have National Identity Card Center, I have gone there for over 2 months. I have not received. This one was even a renewal, not even a fresh one. So what we're saying is, in the meantime, to allow our people, our constituents, and all of us here, have our constituents who are desirous of accessing PTDF, and they have not been opportune to have access to get registered, that PTDF, as a matter of urgency, kindly suspend that provision to enable these people to register. Afterwards, they can now register and report back. And in any case, we have BVN. There is nobody who has an account that does not have BVN. So they should improvise and provide another sources of identifying them for the purpose of them registering within this timeline that has been provided. I think, Mr. Speaker, this is what the motion is saying. It's not saying that ID card should not be made compulsory. I so submit.
Thank you. How do you deal with that it does not have ID card because he did not go and apply, or he did not do what he was supposed to do? Then, of course, the position of Honorable Kuye and those who are speaking against will hold. But if it is the fault of government, of bureaucracy, that is virtually almost impossible to get a card, I don't think we should visit that sin on the citizen. That's what we need to consider. Whose fault is it? Wherein lies the fault? So I think we should take a cue from what the minority leader said. His own personal experience as minority leader in the National Assembly and the difficulty he went through in collecting. He hasn't even renewed it. He hasn't been able to renew his ID card. So I think we can balance these equities. We'll just put but who am I? I'm just the presiding officer. I have no vote. Those who support, please. Well, we have the amendments. Amendment, I mean. And that's an amendment. That's an amendment. So, Honorable Luke, that's the amendment. Okay. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Kiruka.